don't turn your camera off. Just finishing up a little bit of contrast rowing. Yeah, contrast band rowing to hit my mid-back area, hit my lats. You know, contrast training has a lot of unique benefits, but I think one of the benefits that jumped out at me when I started training at about my 40s doing contrast training was the ability to change force vector angles. You know, when you take a look at a dead weight, a dumbbell for instance, you know, do all the movements you want, overhead presses, lay on your back and do, you know, chest presses, do curls, anything you want. What you'll immediately notice is that you got to stay in one plane of motion. You can't change planes, all right? The other thing you'll notice is however you shake it, it's going to be a vertical vector, all right? There's no way I can push this dumbbell. I can try to pull this dumbbell like this, but you know what's going to happen. It's just going to go down. So again, when I do bent over rows, single arm bent over rows, I got to pull in a very straight plane. Now again, I can change my foot position to alternate, and no question, with the weight being offset, it's going to definitely challenge my trunk, but it's in one plane. Let's take a band now, all right? So let's contrast it with a band. Now I've got my band hooked up here, and I'm in a horizontal vector. So immediately now that's going to cause what? It's going to cause this hip to load much differently than it did with that dumbbell. Plus, I could go ahead and stay in a straight plane, but what's really cool, I can start going into a rotational plane and start really challenging my trunk, my hips, and my muscles to start learning how to handle transverse plane movement. Meanwhile, I'm still getting that mid-back rowing, all right? I could go ahead and drop down, put myself in positions here where I've got to learn how to hold it, or my Rambo pulls, where now I'm learning how to pull here. Guys, when you start contrast training, remember, the dead weight's going to really challenge us and have to really learn how to get out of that hole of that concentric phase. But then guess what's going to happen? It's going to get easier. But when you go to bands, hey, put yourself in multiple angles, multiple vectors, and start challenging the muscles. Guys, this is a three-dimensional body. It wasn't designed to train or exercise or function in one plane of motion. It was designed to be able to go on multiple planes. You need to start training it to do that. And when you do, guess what? Muscles are going to start changing. They're going to start getting leaner. They're going to start getting developed because you're not just training them in one plane. You're training them in multiple planes now. And as a result of that, they're going to develop in multiple planes, which means lean muscles are going to start really popping out because you got them going in all planes of motion. Contrast band training, you can apply it to any exercise. But what's really cool is dead weight, one plane. Band, multiple planes. Contrast band training.